Hey there, everybody. I'm Key Kendrick. Cloud Native Application Protection Platforms, or CNAPs for short, are unified platforms for securing cloud applications throughout their lifecycle. They are traditionally associated with visibility into the state of your environment, and while that's valuable, they are fundamentally unequipped to stop breaches. Most organizations rely on things like CSPM to scan for misconfigurations, and of course, we have Cloud Workload Protection, CWP, which watches for runtime activity. The reality, however, is that today's cloud breaches have evolved immensely, and they no longer look like traditional malware. They look like legitimate administrator behavior. So if an adversary steals valid credentials, your CSPM reports that everything is configured correctly. Fig check. And your CWP merely registers user access to workload. Access, check. The critical gap is the out-of-the-box detection that can look past the surface-level activity to recognize and flag this seemingly normal behavior as a breach in progress. Let's follow a modern attack to check this out. The first step of the modern cloud attack is all about initial access, which falls within the realm of identity. Initial access, for example, an adversary could phish a developer. They can gain access to their environment or maybe even harvest SSH keys and leverage those SSH keys in order to have trusted access to push malicious code, which gets them to the next step in discovery, which is all around the endpoint. So they can deploy malware and discover and even steal valid cloud credentials. And without you having sufficient cloud context, this is complete noise. You don't even see it. This enables them to move laterally. With lateral movement, the adversary can use these valid credentials and move laterally across roles, resources, or even accounts to gain access to the cloud environment. Next up is privilege escalation. With privilege escalation, the adversary adds privilege policy and access keys to the new user for persistence, which gives them great impact. Finally, they can hijack resources, access and even exfiltrate data, and in some cases, they can delete data entirely. This is where detection becomes extremely difficult because cloud platforms generate massive amounts of telemetry. But the core issue is that each step of a modern attack is designed to look like normal administrative behavior. Traditional siloed security tools, which again only see malware at the endpoint level or even isolated API calls at the cloud level, and then also valid identity access, pose a serious problem because they fail. They lack the crucial adversary-focused context or the view required to stitch these actions together into a coherent narrative. An effective CNAP solution must include CDR, or cloud detection and response capabilities, and be deeply rooted in the understanding of an attacker's TTPs and behaviors. It must apply that detection logic directly to cloud-native telemetry using the complete adversary kill chain as the starting point. Now, this approach transforms what looks like isolated noise, such as credential discovery, role hopping, or even policy changes into clear signals of malicious intent. So think about reconnaissance, pre-escalations, and control plane takeover. So by understanding how an attacker moves across the cloud control plane, modern CDR can accurately identify and stop breaches where traditional tools only see routine activity. Get a deeper look into how CrowdStrike is the CNAP vendor that not only provides insight into cloud risks, but also stops breaches in the cloud.